What's up all you puddin'-loving dudes and dudettes, Toyshiz here, and I'm back yet again to give you guys another McFarlane fresh look. Today we're going to be checking out the brand new DC Multiverse Harley Quinn in her Rebirth costume. Again, this is part of Wave 1 of McFarlane's new DC Multiverse. Oddly, on the back of the packaging, we do get a Birds of Prey Harley. Perhaps one is coming, but here's the barcode if you want to go ahead and check her out. Now, keep in mind, these were supposed to be out at Target around the 1st. They've been pushed back now until the 19th. Walmart is selling them now, as Walmart usually does. But let's get her open. Let's get her out of the packaging. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee. This is the brand new McFarlane Toys Harley Quinn in her, well, I guess it's a classic Rebirth outfit. Now rev up your engines. Harley Quinn's out of the packaging, and she comes with the standard collector card. She's got her base. She's got a couple of different accessories, mostly that we've always seen Harley come with. I don't understand why she always has to come with the gun with the bang thing coming out. You know, it's always the same exact accessories. You can't even remove the bang thing. It would have been really cool to get just her gun minus that. I will say though, she comes with a really nice mallet, hammer, whacking stick, however you want to call it for Harley Quinn, but it's painted nicely. It looks like a wooden mallet. It's got a little face on the sides of it. It's got a nice wrapping, like she customized it. Keep in mind, mine's got a little bit of glue and chippage going on at the very top, but Harley does hold it fairly nicely. The part of the wrapping where, you know, on the actual mallet itself is a little big for her hands, but the part where it's not, it'll fit a heck of a lot better. So just FYI, it makes it look awkward in her hands, but she stands well. This, again, it's keeping in line with the McFarlane aesthetic of you pose them and you're done. So a lot of people, I don't know if you're generally going to like it. When you look at it up close, you start to see the wrinkles and the weirdness going on. From far away, she's a great looking Harley Quinn, but let's look at her more in detail. Now, to go over the articulation for this Harley Quinn, it's fairly similar to all the other DC Multiverse McFarlane toys we've seen so far. I will point out that a lot of the joints where it meets for the red is darker where it's painted, and then let's say the joint parts, the kneecaps, are a different shade of red. So it does stand out even on the ball joints right there, in the arm right there. You can even see it very, very clear if you look for it. In all honesty, this Harley Quinn looks good from afar, and then once you get up close, you get to see the oddities of it. Look, if you get a chance to go through a couple of them, make sure the paint is okay. It's a little sloppy up here at the top. Mine has, you know, the slightest little bit, but it is when you are looking at it, you go, well, I really wish that was a little bit cleaner. Little spots here and there on the white. They're just a little distracting. The face sculpt is very animated, even though this is touted as being a comic book Harley in her, I guess, the Rebirth. And I do like that McFarlane did go with the Harley Quinn traditional costume. That's the Harley Quinn I think of. She's not a bad Harley Quinn, but I don't think it's necessarily the best Harley Quinn that is out there. It's too many little weird nuances here and there. I don't really care for her pointed shoes. Yeah, I know it might be more of the comic book accurate type style. She has very odd hips. Even here, it kind of goes down through her tiny waist and it kind of juts out. It's lumpy, and it's not really a perfect thing. And even with that lumpness right here, I guess you can call it, even when I do move her thigh out, it does have a little bit of extra plastic. The articulation is what it is. It's good for a Harley Quinn figure. Her head doesn't really look up all that much. It does look down. She's well articulated in the waist, the upper diaphragm. Everything will match up, you know, with her costume, so that is good. She kicks out off to the side. She can do the splits for the most part, kicks out, double jointed knees. I'm glad they gave her double jointed knees on a female. She's got the ankle ball roller. The diamonds on the costume, they're all solid. So that's painted well. It's really where the white sort of comes into play that you start having problems, some gappage problems. Even on the cuffs on her wrists, you know, the paint kind of goes up a little bit too high. She's just one of those figures where it's a Harley Quinn. You got, you know, 3 colors. You got black, red, and white. You do have some blue. The face is painted okay. I don't like that facial expression. It looks very animated while not being animated series at all. Well, I said the articulation is decent on her. She's just not, ultimately not my favorite Harley Quinn figure. And here she is stacked up with some other of McFarlane's DC Multiverse figures. She's very tall, and it's unfortunate. Much like the Batgirl, I would say the female characters need to be on a little bit of the shorter side when it compared to the comic book Batman. She's got a huge head compared to his tiny little one, and she's way too tall for him. Scaling, as we know, if we looked at the other figures, it's out of whack with Wave 1. She's shorter than Batgirl, but again, it's just size and height and everything else just needs to be improved upon, I would say. Some people were thinking this was more of an animated Harley Quinn, and I definitely see it in the face. She will line up a little bit better with the animated style Batman, but then, of course, as we all know, she's not exactly the animated Harley Quinn, and again, she fits in okay with the Superman as well. They all do look animated. I mean, Harley Quinn, she looks animated, but again, she's being touted as being the Rebirth classic style Harley. And here she is lined up with some other companies and brands figures. She is at that 7-inch mark, so she'll line up with the previous McFarlane spawns, but she's going to be entirely too tall for most figures at that 6-inch mark, most definitely. But she does look rather good with some of the Fortnite figures. I'll give them that. A couple malleted females you got going on. Ultimately, I can't say I recommend this Harley Quinn. She's got issues with paint. She's got issues with joints. Not a big fan of her face. She does hold her weapons well. I have just become so bored with these types of weapons for Harley Quinn. She's got to have different weapons or make the gun do something, or have you can pull the bang thing out, something like that. It's got to change a little bit. She has those black pins like the animated line has, and they really are standoutish, especially amongst the red within her toe articulation. I'm not happy with this Harley Quinn. That's the basic thing. I don't think she's a terrible, awful, any type of figure like that. I think she looks better from far away, but I can't say that she's the best Harley Quinn on your shelf. You pose her once, you put her in an interesting pose and set her and leave her, you're going to be very happy. Harley Quinn fans, you're going to be stoked. But for someone like me, that I want to see more of a height and just scale and everything just implemented better, that's just my general thoughts. But I am curious to know yours. Will you be grabbing this Harley Quinn? Any of the other DC McFarlane Multiverse? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk all things Harley Quinn. I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food. But most importantly, remember, this is the best costume you could ever have for Harley Quinn. Classy, sexy, nailed it, all of the above. It's just unfortunate. I just wish it was a better figure. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.